Hello and welcome to Triple Threat, a new review show where I thought I'd give it a test run and see how it does, and then I'll probably do more of these in the new year and that. So, yes, Triple Threats. So I thought each month, or probably every other month or whatever, I'll do just like the Big, the Classic and the Indie, because I thought, you know, that had a good run, but I don't want to keep doing that every month. So I thought I'd do a show similar to this, where we get film titles and then base them on review, and then take bits of those titles and get a review a horror film that is based around that titles. So for this month, for example, it's The Nightmare Before and Christmas. You know, like The Nightmare Before Christmas, only for the Nightmare, to represent that, I'll be reviewing a film that's to do with nightmares. For the Before, I will be reviewing a film that's probably like a horror prequel or something. And for Christmas, I'll be reviewing a festive horror, because it is December. So, here we are, the Triple Threat, The Nightmare Before and Christmas. Let's start, shall we? For The Nightmare, I'm reviewing A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, directed by Chuck Russell, starring Heather Langenkamp, Patricia Arquette, Lawrence Fishburne, Priscilla Poyner, and Greg Wesson, and of course Robert Englund. So the third installment in the Nightmare on Elm Street series, and in this one we have the return of Nancy, Heather Langenkamp. After the success of the second film, as well as the first one, Wes Craven actually came back and had some involvement in this one as producer. So, this is where Nancy's in a mental hospital, a mental hospital with other youngsters that are having bad dreams, with Patricia Arquette as well. And in it, they all decide enough is enough, and they stand up to Freddy Krueger, played by Robert Englund, and, you know, they all use the power of their dreams, because they're in their own reality. They create their own reality to fight against Freddy and send him back to hell. So, what did I like about this? Well, I liked how it's the third film in the series. I also liked that Heather Langenkamp came back as Nancy, and that it was like a conclusion to a trilogy almost, because that's how some trilogies work, when it gets elements back from the original and stuff. And that I also enjoyed Robert Englund in this. He gave a comedic performance, and he is just funny throughout them all. Well, not through the first one, but you know, as the series went on, Robert Englund as Freddy got more comedic, more wacky, more funny, and I like that Freddy. You know, no one else can play Freddy Krueger apart from him. Jackie Earle Haley, tolerable, but I much prefer Robert Englund. Also, Patricia Arquette, I'm thinking this is one of her early films, because it was long before Medium, and she's also the sister of David Arquette. Of course, I don't think I need to tell you that. But yeah, I like this film. I like some of the kills in it, including the primetime bitch one where he puts her head into the TV and kills her. That's a good kill. I also like the whole puppet on a string when he gets one kid in his dreams and then like gets him to jump off a tall clock tower. That's a good kill. I like that. My dislikes, however, are that what are my dislikes? I guess It's hard to think of a dislike when I enjoy such a good horror film. Well, I much prefer the original, but I like this one too. I also like the theme song for it. My dislikes, I would probably say when there's no Freddy Krueger or there's a long build up to jump scares or whatever, but other than that, this is a solid sequel and I do recommend it to you, along with the first one. Second one, not a huge fan, but the first and third are one of my top favourite ones. So, do I recommend it? Yes. So, just be sure you've seen the first two before that, or just the first one. The second one's a completely unrelated story, but, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street 2 has its moments, its own good moments. I'm on about the third one though. So Nightmare on Elm Street 3. With all that being said, I'm giving a Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors. This gets 4 scalpels out of 5. Now for the before. So, for the before, I'm reviewing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning, the 2006 film that is the prequel to the 2003 remake. So, 2003, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake came out. Obviously, it did well enough to get a follow-up, because this one got a prequel. So, this is set 4 years before the events of the remake, where we follow the Hewitt family. Don't know why they changed it from the Sawyers to the Hewitts, but anyway, this one we see Leatherface and the Hewitt family become the insane, deranged cannibals they are, and how Leatherface dons the whole wearing the face thing and stuff. This one is directed by Jonathan Leibesmeni or something, starring Jordan Brewster, Taylor Summit Handley, Dora Bratt or something, Matt Bonner, and Lee. What does it say? Lee Targus or something, and Ollie or whatever it says. I'm butchering the names. I'm not going to try and get them right. So this is before the remake. So what did I like about this? Well, first of all, I liked how it was a prequel, and I liked how we saw Leatherface. You know, how he got to be, you know, wearing the leather face and stuff. I liked the whole how he donned the chainsaw thing, how he tied some loose ends. And that. So, what did I like about this? I didn't like a lot because, you know, I'm not really easy to impress with remakes. But this one, I thought it was an okay prequel to the remake. But I just didn't like the whole scenery and the whole setting of that. But other than that, I do think it's slightly better than the 2003 remake and stuff. It's produced by Michael Bay's production company and stuff. But yeah, I like this one, but I don't love it and stuff. But I thought, you know, because this is a new show, Triple Threat, I'm trying out new stuff and that. And I thought, you know, get film title. Anyway, look, for the before part, I had to think of a prequel to review. This was the first one that sprung to mind that I've not reviewed before. So yeah. So yeah, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning. I'll probably give this, do you know what, I'll give it 2.5 machetes out of 5. So that's been the before review. Now to the next part of the review, that is the Chris. And for the Christmas review, it is on Krampus, from 2 years ago, 2015, directed by Michael, what's his name? Michael Doherty or something. I'm going to pronounce that is, I'm going to assume that is, starring Adam Scott, Toni Collette, David Koechner or whatever, Alison Tolman, oh god, Summit Farrell, Joy Anthony, Stethania, or Summit Levitt Owen, and Kristen Stabler or whatever. I'm not going to try and get those names right because they're just hard to pronounce. Get better names or whatever, I don't really know. Anyway, yes, Krampus. So this is from the same guy that directed Trick or Treat, and this is about a family who are together at Christmas. They have some disagreements and some falling outs, and then the youngest son like rips up his letter to Santa, and well, he summons an evil entity known as Krampus, Saint Nicholas's shadow. And then next thing, the family are fighting for their lives as Krampus is attacking them at all cost. So, what did I like about this? I liked how it was a retelling of the old legend of Krampus. And I'll be honest here, I never really heard of Krampus until this film. After that, I got into looking into the history of that. Krampus is an old legend of Christmas and that. He's the Christmas devil. I liked how it introduced me to that legendary figure. I also liked the effects and the makeup. I also liked the little evil gingerbread men and its comedy humour, because it did have some comedy elements in there. I also liked, all the Christmassy elements and stuff. And that. I also liked the look of Krampus. Even though we never saw much of him, I do remember seeing those big horns, that big Santa cloak, and towards the end, we do see his face and his sleigh with evil demonic goats and stuff. So yeah, I like that. I also liked the actors in it too, Toni Collette and Adam Scott as the leads, and that. I also liked, I just call her Berta from Two and a Half Men because that's how I know what I know her from. So yeah, I liked all that. My dislikes on this, I would say, some of the middle act and that. Some of it's a little slow, some of it's a little boring, not a lot happens and that. But all in all, I think it's a great festive horror and that, you know. And I don't know why they don't make more wacky Christmassy horrors like this, you know. So Krampus, I fairly enjoyed this film. I do recommend it. And with all that being said, Krampus, of course, gets it gets 3 machetes out of 5. So now to our next bit, the shoutouts. Let's go. This month's shoutouts go to Screencrawler, Nerd of the 80s, and last but certainly not least, Matt the Collector. Be sure to check out those 3 awesome YouTubers. Their channels are linked down in the description. Be sure to tell them that I sent you. They're great channels, and yeah, check them out. Well, that's it for the first ever Triple Threat. You know, this show should be back in February or something. There's going to be no Triple Threat or out in January because, you know, January, all our main shows are taking a break for the month for Halloween in January, which you will see very soon on this channel with Dr. Fripp and Frankenstein. But yeah, this is it for this month's Triple Threat. If you let me know down in the comments below, have you seen any of these 3 films that I've reviewed in this month's show? Be sure to check out our shout-outs down in the description. Also, all my social media links, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, my Facebook horror group, the Random Horror Madhouse, are all linked down below in the description, so be sure to check those out. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this Triple Threat. So, until next time, don't have nightmares.